Hi there guys, and thanks for joining me on another quick video here. This one is really around the subject of being kind, and it's something that I like to try and practice on a daily basis. And don't get me wrong, I sometimes get it horribly wrong, but I think trying to be kind towards one another is definitely a way that eases the wheels of life and makes life a little bit more pleasant for everybody involved. And it's important we have daily interactions with people, everybody from a cashier at a shop through to friends, colleagues, business associates, and family, and all the rest of it. And it's so interesting how we'll adopt a model of behaviour for one sector of people, like for example dealing with their boss or dealing with their co-workers, and then we can be a completely different person when we're in the presence of other people, and such as our friends or family members. And I just want to say about being kind, we have the potential to really alter somebody's day with a kind word or a kind comment or a passing compliment, a sincere compliment, or something of that nature, where we interact with other people. And it can just be a simple comment as, oh, you look happy today, or it's very nice to see somebody so cheerful, or just giving somebody a high five, or whatever else it might be, something of that really is maybe a little bit out of the ordinary, but can make a real difference to that person's day. And not only that, guys, I think it's important that we're being kind to ourselves. And being kind to ourselves, guys, is something that I think is so important. So many of us are members of what I call the Self-Beaters Club, and we give ourselves a really hard time, and it's our inner conversation, it's our inner voice, it's what's going on in our minds 24/7, and that voice really does, sometimes it's not pleasant. Sometimes that voice is a voice that we wouldn't use to speak to our worst enemies. Sometimes that voice can be really derogatory towards ourselves. And there's a really good book to check out. It's called The Hidden Messages in Water, and this book talks about how water actually has a memory and how it can remember things that it's been exposed to. And what this guy did was some incredible experiments where he spoke to water. Might sound a bit crazy, but he did actually speak to water, and then they froze the water samples and they analysed the crystals on a microscope that the water had formed on the basis of the words that had been spoken to it. And I've got to tell you guys, I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you, but it is mind-blowing. Okay, now when you consider that the human body is at least 80% water, and we're talking to ourselves all the time, perhaps that would give you new insight into how we should be a little bit more kind, a little bit more peaceful, and a little bit more relaxed with who we are. Because at the end of the day, guys, and I'm talking as somebody who likes to set very, very high stroke impossible standards for himself that he frequently doesn't live up to all the time, and God knows what else, and lives in this, this image of perfection in his mind, but yet doesn't replicate it on a daily basis in his day-to-day life. That's just me being honest with you guys. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And these when you think that the human body is 80% water and we're talking to ourselves every single day, then I'm sure there's some message in there about how we should and perhaps should not talk to ourselves, or maybe how we should just enjoy the human experience for what it is. Accept the fact that we're going to make mistakes, accept the fact that we are going to be somewhat less than human in some ways, and it's all okay. And perhaps you should take a lesson from these animals here. You never see an unhappy dog, do you really? Well, hopefully you don't anyway. Absolutely magical beast. So anyway, he's telling me he wants to go for a little bit more of a walk, so enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and look forward to catching up soon. Cheers.